This is Tom Grassi, and this is 30 and 30, and you're watching Illogical Canadian.
Bonjour mes amis, je suis l'Illogical Canadian, and welcome back to another week in review. The penultimate week of the NFL season has reached us. It was still a chaotic week by all means. Some games were as expected, but they were fucking blowouts. Or there were some games that did not go the way you thought they were. But regardless, the bullshit of the NFL continues. So let's just get right into it, shall we? For Thursday night football, we had the New York Jets taking on the Cleveland Browns. Browns win and they earn. If they don't, well, there's always next week. Somehow the Browns are in a spot to make the playoffs. Unfucking real. But let's get. Well, I don't know. I really don't know. But the Browns are just unreal this year. For the Jets, Trevor Siemian went 32 for 45, 261 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Breece Hall carried it 13 times for 84 yards, and Garrett Wilson caught it 5 times for 50 yards. For the Browns, Joe Flacco went 19 for 29, 309 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. Jerome Ford carried it 12 times for 64 yards, and David Njoku had himself a nice night, 6 receptions for 134 yards, as the Cleveland Browns win this game 37-20 on Thursday Night Football. And the Browns also won something far greater. Congratulations, Browns! You did it. Oh, let me take off my thing. Sorry. Congratulations, Browns! You made the playoffs! I don't know how the fuck you did it. You started 4 quarterbacks, but here's the thing. Week 18, you're starting Jeff fucking Driscoll. Make that have 5 quarterbacks that have started for your team this season. Despite suffering numerous fucking injuries to some of your top guys, you persevered and you fucking made it. I don't know how the fuck you guys did it, or whatever the fuck kind of crack Kevin Stefanski was giving you, but hey, you did it. You overcame everything, and you made it here. Well done, Browns. Well done. A great game this was indeed on a Saturday night. Cowboys and Lions. Again, a great game it was until the referees decided to take a fucking massive shit over this game. Before we even get to the stats, let me just go ahead and get the elephant out of the room. So, Lions get the touchdown, make it 20-19. They go for 2. Here's the thing. Taylor Decker, the left tackle, went to report as eligible as shown on video. And you guys can find us all over Twitter. If not, I'll leave it somewhere in the description. I don't know fucking where. But the referee thought Skipper, the right guard, was going into report as eligible. And what the blind son of a bitch he is, he tells the Cowboys defense, hey, Skipper is reporting in as eligible. I'm just letting you know right now. Skipper number 70, Taylor Decker 68. Goff throws the ball to Decker, and he gets called for illegal touching, despite video fucking proof showing, like literally showing, that Decker went into report as eligible. How fucking dumb do you have to be to not realize, oh, hey, maybe 68's trying to fucking report in, but 71, it's like, dude, and the NFL said some shit about, oh, we're just trying to make sure that every player makes it very clear and obvious that you have to report in. What the fuck's the video clip for then? He clearly wants to go fucking report as eligible. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? The Lions lost like that. Fuck you, refs. Well, I guess I should talk about stats now, huh? For the Lions, Jared Goff went 19 for 34, 271 yards, a touchdown, and 2 picks. David Montgomery carried it 14 times for 65 yards and a touchdown. and Among Us St. Brown caught it 6 times, 90 yards, and a touchdown. Good effort, Lions. For the Cowboys, Dak Prescott went 26 for 38, 345 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Tony Pollard ran 16 times for 49 yards, and CD's nuts slam, holy shit. 13 receptions, 227 yards, and a touchdown. Cowboys win 20-19, as I said earlier, because of referee bullshit. Fuck you, Brad Allen, you piece of shit. For our next matchup, we got the Tennessee Titans taking on the Houston Texans. Alright. This is the AFC South shit show where the Titans still suck, whereas the Texans, Colts, and Jaguars are all still in a viable spot to make the playoffs. Seriously. And this is the first one that we have to cover for the AFC South. Figure out the other two teams in this bullshit at the cover. Fucking Christ. For the Titans, Ryan Tannehill went 16 for 20 with 168 yards. Derrick Henry ran 12 times for 42 yards. And DeAndre Hopkins caught it 7 times for 72 yards. For the Texans, CJ Stroud comes back from injury and goes 24 for 32, 213 yards, and a touchdown. Devin Singletary carried it 16 times for 80 yards. And Nico Collins, 7 receptions for 80 yards on the day. Texans spanked the shit out of the Titans, 26-3, leaving themselves alive in the playoff race for the AFC South. For our next matchup, a battle of tank division versus just mid. Bears versus Falcons. Alright, so this game wasn't too bad. Even though the score, up here just says otherwise. This game was actually pretty good. For what it is, it's pretty good. I mean, I can't really talk shit about it because I'm a fan of a shitty team, and these two are shitty teams. So, hey, we're even. For the Falcons, the combined effort of Taylor Heineke and Desmond Ridder went 13 for 33, 180 yards, touchdown, and 4 picks. My God. Bijan Robinson carried it 15 times for 75 yards. And Tyler Algier, 1 reception, 7.5 yards, touchdown. God damn. For the Bears, Justin Fields went 20 for 32, 268 yards, and a touchdown. Khalil Herbert ran 18 times for 124 yards and a touchdown. And DJ Moore with 9 receptions for 159 yards and a touchdown. Bears win 37-17, but for the Bears, this game would, no matter what happened, prove to be the end. Well, Bears, I really can't say I didn't see this coming. You had a very shit start to the season, and it just continued all year long. I'll give credit where credit's due. You did manage to get yourselves back into things towards the second half of the season, but it just proved to be one too many. You fell too far down, and you really couldn't get yourselves back up and running. Wish I could really say more, but you blew it. Straightforward, you blew it. You probably watched the fucking Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey movie, and that's what probably killed you. Wish I could really say anything, remotely uplifting, but, well, actually, there is. Because Carolina loses, I'll get to that game in a little bit, you actually managed to get the first overall pick for the second year in a row. Now watch as you trade that for next year's first rounder. Watch, I'm fucking calling it right now. For our next matchup, the battle for the number 1 seed. Dolphins versus Ravens. Miami, you fucking blew it. You seriously blew it. I wish I could say anything uplifting for this, but you're more than likely fucked. Depending how you do in Week 18 versus Buffalo, you're fucked. Speaking of the Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa went 22 for 38, 237 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 picks. Devon Chan carried it 14 times for 107 yards, and Tyreek Hill with 6 receptions for 76 yards. Before I move on, though, I just wish Tyreek and his family all the best because don't know if you saw the news yesterday, but while Tyreek Hill was at practice, a fire broke out in his home, and the home was left heavily damaged. The cause? A child playing with a lighter. I don't even know what the fuck logic is anymore. Like I said, Tyreek, I wish you nothing but the best, man. Hope you and your family can get back up on their feet soon. For the Ravens, Lamar Jackson went 18 for 21, 321 yards, and 5 touchdowns. God damn. The Gus Bus carried the ball 16 times for 68 yards and a touchdown. And Zay Flowers with 3 receptions for 106 yards and a touchdown. The Ravens absolutely fucking smoked the shit out of the Dolphins. 56-19 is your final. Ravens get the number 1 seed. All is well? Welcome back to Tank Division, everyone. We got another Tank Division matchup for you on tap. We get New Orleans Saints taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Bucs need a win, and they have both the playoff spot and the NFC South. But however, if they lose, it all comes down to next week. Let's talk about it. But the Saints, the combined effort of both Derek Carr and Taysom Hill, went 25 for 34, 208 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Jamal Williams carried it 19 times for 58 yards, and Jawan Johnson caught it 8 receptions for 90 yards and a touchdown. For the Bucs, Baker Mayfield went 22 for 33, 309 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 picks. Rashad White carried it 11 times for 42 yards on the ground. And Trey Palmer, through the air, got it 4 times for 84 yards and a touchdown. The Buccaneers fall short as they couldn't get out of their own fucking way. Saints win 23-13. And it's really essentially Bucs versus Saints for the NFC title. It all comes down to next week. Either you have it or you don't. Up to you guys. For our next matchup, we got the New England Patriots taking on the Buffalo Bills. Honestly, I really don't know what I expected with this game other than whatever. But it is what it is. For the Pats, Bailey Zappi went 16 for 26, 209 yards, and 3 picks. Zeke Elliott carried it 14 times for 39 yards and a touchdown. And Kevin Harris caught it twice for 54 yards. For the Bills, Josh Allen went 15 for 30, 169 yards, and an interception. James Cook carried it 16 times for 48 yards. And Dalton Kincaid caught it 4 times for 87 yards. Bills winning 27-21 over the Pats. And because of Miami's loss, Sunday night's game is going to be for division title or out for the Bills. Good luck. You're going to need it. There's always that one trap game at some point. Here it is. Cardinals-Eagles. The battle of the birds. Beak versus beak. Feathers versus feathers. No logic versus no logic. Hell, the Eagles are facing their old defensive coordinator who fucked out to Arizona. And they got their cheeks clapped by them. You expected more? I ran out of things to say. For the birds, Call of Duty Murray. I don't care to call him Kyle Murray. I call him Call of Duty Murray. Went 25 for 31, 232 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. James Conner carried it 26 times for 128 yards and a touchdown. And Greg Dortch, 7 receptions for 82 yards, plain and simple. For the other birds, Jalen Hurts went 18 for 23, 167 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. DeAndre Swift carried it 13 times for 61 yards. And A.J. Brown caught it 4 times for 53 yards. Birds win it 35-31 over Philadelphia. which leaves San Francisco with a predicament. If they win their game, they have the number 1 seed. If they don't, it's still up for grabs. Also, Philly, you allowed Dallas to regain the 2nd seed. You fucking idiots. This next matchup is between the Panthers and the Jaguars. And as I'm making this video, I do want to just say one quick thing on the Jaguar side of things. It's not about their gameplay, but it's something about far greater. 1 year ago today, we lost Uche. A man that was known for his wild personality, angry rants, and being a friend of the community of shitposting. It was a great loss for us all. I've actually talked to Uche on a couple of occasions, and watching him on the dumpster fire and everything, he was one of those guys that was one of the realest motherfuckers there was. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Even a year on, it still fucking hurts. And I'm serious when I say that. A year on, it still hurts. Uche, we miss you, dude. We all love you. And it just fucking sucks. It really and genuinely sucks. We miss you, man. For this game, Jaguars went all out. They beat the shit out of the Panthers in the way that he would have liked it. For those Panthers, Bryce Young went 19 for 32, 112 yards, and a pick. Chuba Hubbard, I'm not going to do the skit this week out of respect for Uche, carried it 11 times for 45 yards, and Adam Thielen caught it 6 times for 38 yards. For those Jaguars, CJ Beathard went 17 for 24. Let me re-say that. CJ Beathard went 17 for 24, 178 yards. Travis Etienne carried it 16 times for 102 yards and 2 touchdowns. Receiving, Evan Ingram caught it 6 times for 60 yards. The Jaguars are able to win this game 26-0 in an emotional game. Jaguars are still alive for the AFC South. And like I said, they did it for Uche, man. They did it. Rest in peace, Uche. We miss you. For our next matchup, we got the Vegas Raiders taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Colts need a win to stay alive. Raiders need a win to stay alive. But only one can come out of this game alive. For the Raiders, Aiden O'Connell went 30 for 47, 299 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Zamir White carried it 20 times for 71 yards. And Devontae Adams caught it 13 times for 126 yards and 2 touchdowns. For the Colts, Gardner Minshew went 15 for 23, 224 yards, and a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor carried it 21 times for 96 yards and a touchdown. And Alec Pierce led the receivers with 1 catch, 58 yards, touchdown. Colts win at 23-20. They are somehow still alive for the AFC South. For the Raiders, on the other hand, your journey ends here. You dig yourselves in, Vegas. You figured having one guy was going to be good, but it turns out not. Josh McDaniels was the worst possible fucking option as a head coach to have, and it cost you. It cost you fucking greatly. You have no one to blame but yourselves. Now you got to deal with it. You did rally, but you fell short. You fell short and you couldn't make it to the finish line. Instead, you made it to a bunch of sex brothels and a bunch of casinos on the Vegas Strip. That would turn out to be your final resting place. We won't miss you, but at the same time, get your shit together. Get your team together. Get your players together. Get everything going together. Because right now, this ain't it. For the next matchup, we got the Rams and the Giants. Rams is simple for you. Winning in. Giants, they got really nothing to play for, so they got nothing. This game was very close, I will say that. With the passing Paisanos sleeping in the ocean, Tyrod Taylor actually had a nice game. But let's go over the stats. For the Rams, Matt Stafford went 24 for 34, 317 yards, a touchdown, and 2 picks. Kyron Williams carried it 20 times for 87 yards and 3 touchdowns. God damn. And Puka Nacua caught it 5 times for 118 yards. For the Giants, Tyrod Taylor went 27 for 41, 319 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Tyrod Taylor also carried it 6 times for 40 yards. For receiving, Darius Slayton caught it 4 times for 106 yards and a touchdown. The Rams survive on a last-second field goal, 26-25. Rams, congratulations. Congrats, Rams. You're in. One question, though. How the fuck did you make it here? Seriously, you guys had a very shitty start to the fucking season. You were like flip-flopping between loss and win like it was nothing. Now you managed to actually find your shit and you actually managed to make it. Kind of weird, but then again, you are in a very top-heavy NFC. Not really surprised, just more so questioning why. I mean, you made it. That's all that really matters. But how well will you do in the playoffs? Only time will tell. But for now, enjoy. For our next matchup, we got the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Washington Commanders. I don't know what else you really expected other than pure bullshit, but it is what it is. For the Niners, Brock Purdy went 22 for 28, 230 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Elijah Mitchell carried it 17 times for 80 yards and a touchdown. And Brandon Ayuk caught it 7 times for 114 yards and a touchdown. For the Commanders, Sam Howell went 17 for 28, 169 yards, a touchdown, and 2 picks. Brian Robinson Jr. carried it 9 times for 44 yards. I said 9. And Terry McLaurin caught it 4 times for 61 yards and a touchdown. Niners win 27-10. And because both Detroit and Philadelphia lost, although one of those was bullshit, the San Francisco 49ers have clinched the number 1 seed. My girlfriend is very happy about that. And in a way, I am too. Because if she's happy, then I'm happy. For our next game, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Steelers' winning season streak was on the line. Seattle needed this win to stay in the playoff race. What happened? Well, let's see. For the Steelers, Rudolph the Red-Nosed quarterback went 18 for 24, 274 yards. Najee Harris carried it 27 times for 122 yards and 2 touchdowns. George Pickens caught it 7 times for 131 yards. For the Seahawks, Geno Smith went 23 for 33, 290 yards, and a touchdown. Kenneth Walker III carried it 10 times for 53 yards and a touchdown. And DK Metcalf caught it 5 times for 106 yards. Steelers win 30-23. And somehow, someway, Mike Tomlin has his streak intact. The Steelers have yet another goddamn winning season. How the fuck this keeps happening, nobody knows. But Pittsburgh, you're still on thin ice. Just watch next week and you'll see. Welcome to Burrowhead. We get a good matchup between the Bengals and the Chiefs. Chiefs need a win, and they have both the playoff spot and the AFC West. Bengals need to win, otherwise they are done. What happened? Well, let's see. For the Browns, Jake Browning went 19 for 33, 197 yards, and a touchdown. Joe Mixon carried it 21 times for 65 yards. And for receiving, a returning Jamar Chase caught it 3 times for 41 yards. For the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes went 21 for 29, 245 yards, and a touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco carried it 18 times for 130 yards. And Rashee Rice caught it 5 times for 127 yards. Chiefs win 25-17. For Kansas City, congratulations. But for Cincinnati, your road is over. Well, you guys fell off this year, and it wasn't a good thing. You guys had it in your grasp, but you fucking blew it. Not to the fault of your own, considering you guys had injuries up the ass, mostly because Joe Burrow decided it would be a great idea to play on a fucking calf injury, which he suffered during training camp. You guys nearly fucking had it, but you blew it. You blew it, and there's nothing you can do now. Your season's dead. Your season's just straight up dead in the water. I wish there was some words of solace to carry you, but I don't even know about that. Just, you have the off season to just rest, take care of everything, and figure out what your next step is from here. This will be a long off season for you guys. The Bungles just continue to bungle. What a damn shame. What isn't a damn shame, though, is the Kansas City Chiefs making it to the playoffs. A rocky start for Kansas City, but they got their act together. Albeit by the black magic of Taylor Swift. But still, the Chiefs made it here. Again. And they get the AFC West despite Denver breathing down their throats. I mean, you got it, at least? At least you're not having to fight for your lives because you guys got what you wanted. Or at least you're starting Patrick Mahomes this week, so I don't know what else to tell you. But congrats, Chiefs. You made it. And for our next matchup, we got the Denver Broncos taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. Broncos' fate was sealed earlier, but the Chargers, their fate was sealed weeks ago. Now they got to brandish out a hockey stick as quarterback. Speaking of which, that same hockey stick went 24 for 38, 220 yards. Austin Eckler carried it 13 times for 49 yards. And Mr. Alex Erickson, which I've never heard of before, caught it 7 times for 98 yards. For Denver, Jared Stidham went 20 for 32, 224 yards and a touchdown. Jaleel McLaughlin carried it 8 times for 44 yards. And Will Jordan Humphrey caught it twice for 69 nice yards and a touchdown. Broncos win 16-9, but unfortunately, Denver, your time's up. There's a reason we say the ride never fucking ends. Because the same bullshit happens year after year. And the fact that you have to bench Russ Wilson because he wouldn't give up injury guarantees, that's pity. That's very fucking pity. And the fact that you're going to release him more than likely, that's also fucking dumb. Russ Wilson's done everything for this franchise that he could. I know like people like to joke around and say, oh, he set the stadium on fire not long after he got there. Yeah, I know, it was funny. But that dude doesn't deserve this. He doesn't fucking deserve this. And honestly, it's not even Russ's fault. He actually helped this team get back to around 500. And that time's over. So say what you want, but Broncos tried, but like we always say, the ride never fucking ends. And neither does the bullshit. And finally, for Sunday Night Football, we got the Green Bay Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Honestly, though, I was expecting the Vikings to actually show me something. The only thing they wound up showing me was how shit they were. I'm not surprised, but at the same time, you could have done so much more. But you fucking shit the barrel once again. For the Packers, the combined effort of Jordan Love and... Wait, who are you? Oh, Sean Clifford. That's one I've never heard of before. Combined effort went 25 for 34, 293 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Aaron Jones carried it 20 times for 120 yards. And Mr. Melton, Bo Melton, I mean, come on, it's kind of funny. B. Melton. The cheese do B. Melton. Caught it 6 times for 105 yards and a touchdown. For the Vikings, The combined effort of Nick Mullins and Jaren Hall went 18 for 32, 180 yards, touchdown, and pick. Ty Chandler carried it 10 times for 40 yards, and Justin Jefferson caught it 5 times for 59 yards. Packers beat the Vikings 33-10 in Minneapolis. In all honesty, the Packers are still somewhat in it. They have a shot, but a lot's going to need to happen next week. But we'll see. Another week done means yet another week of look at the playoff picture. Not a lot's really changed. If anything, nothing's changed in the AFC. Baltimore's clinched and locked up the number 1 seed. Miami still has the 2 seed on hold for now, but can lose it if they lose to Buffalo on Sunday night next week. Kansas City has the 3 seed and most likely will be holding on to it. And Jacksonville has the 4th seed kind of locked up. For the wild cards, it's still the same. Cleveland's in 5th, Buffalo's in 6th, but can upgrade if they win. And the Colts are for now in 7th. For the NFC, nothing's really changed all that much. The Niners have clinched up their number 1 seed. For now, the Dallas Cowboys have the 2nd seed. For now. The Lions are in the 3rd seed, and the Bucs are in the 4th seed as of right now. And 5th, the Philadelphia Eagles are there for now, barring how Week 18 goes. That's where they stay. And in the 6th seed, it's the Los Angeles Rams, still in line for that matchup with Detroit that everyone wants. And the Packers are now the 7th seed, surpassing the Seahawks. One more week there is to go. And as always, don't get eliminated. And that will do it for this week. By the time you've seen this video, I'm probably streaming on YouTube right now. I'm streaming Bruins versus Penguins tonight, if I'm not already doing it right now. So hopefully I'll see you there. But until then, hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, leave a like. Comment down below what you guys want to see next. If you haven't done so already, subscribe and join the Logical Nation. Until next time, je suis Angele. Bonne nuit.